Hey everyone, I'm back! Welcome to another episode of Spin Cycle, the show for short reviews of albums new and old. And today I will be talking about the new album by Wolfheart, Tyhjyys, which was released on March 3rd, 2017. Every so often, I find bands that I think people should give a listen to, and Wolfheart is one such band that I became interested in after seeing that they were touring with Insomnium on their recent tour. And you know how much I love Insomnium. It's actually probably becoming some sort of an addiction problem, so please contact help for me. Wolfheart is a Finnish melodic death metal band from Kouvola, Finland. And yes, I am reviewing yet another Finnish band because that country has a lot of amazing bands. And I also just came back from Finland where I actually bought one of Wolfheart's albums. Not the new one of their albums though. Wolfheart came about when Tuomas Salkonen disbanded his other projects. Now he had been involved in a number of other bands, including Before the Dawn and Black Sun Eon, which I've actually only heard of Before the Dawn, and he gave them all one last send-off in February of 2013. So after that last concert, he was dedicated to Wolfheart. Now, it started as a solo project. He released his first album, Winterborn, as basically a one-man band. He did all of the music with the exception of some of the guitar solos, which he incorporated some help from Eternal Tears of Sorrow's guitarist. He also self-financed the album, and the music paid off. It was both a critical and a commercial success. And that success with Winterborn earned him a full band and a successful follow-up in Shadow World. And since the band's inception, they've toured with bands like Swallow the Sun, Sonata Arctica, and Fintroll. Now, I don't mean to say that they're generic, but they definitely have a Finnish sound to their music. They even describe their music as winter metal, and I love that. I feel like this spiritual kinship with that idea of winter metal, that melancholy, that cold, dark, oh god, I love it. So Tyhjyys is their third album following 2015's Shadow World, which was released on Spine Farm Records. The band recorded the album in 2016 at Petrax Studios, which has had some great albums to its credit, including Nightwish's Dark Passion Play, Apocalyptica's Reflections, and Ensiferum's From Afar. Now, the album continues to build on their darkly melodic sound, and it adds some epic, powerful sounds to complement that death metal vocal and the death metal sound that they bring to it. Now, the name Tyhjyys is the Suomi word for emptiness, and this album is anything but empty. I've listened to their album Shadow World a bit, but this is my first really deep exposure to the band, and I must say they are a very talented band, especially when it comes to composition. The songs themselves are not basic. There are a lot of elements to their music. It's very dynamic. And because it's atmospheric at times, there isn't really a single type to the songs. The songs are all very much their own, and there isn't one that you can pull out as saying, that is the single from this album. In a way, I can't help but compare them to Winter Sun, and certainly in all the best ways, but especially when it comes to that complex composition that they have. And every element of the music is strong, the production is clean, you can tell that they put a lot of value into that production because it sounds very good, very well done. So my top 4 songs from this 8-song album are The Shores of Lake Sempele, which is just this great melodic instrumental intro. It's just like Insomnium where you have that instrumental intro to really propel you into the rest of the album. Boneyard, which is one of the songs I think they released early on, which is this really dynamic melodic death metal song with some superb guitar work throughout. Dead White, which is another great track that just showcases the talent of this band. And then the title track, Tyhjyys, which is more of that melancholy beauty that you get throughout the album and from Finnish metal in general. And I also love when they do sing in their native language. But my favorite song from this album has to be The Flood, which is right in the middle of the album and it is just flat out incredible. It is a powerful track. It is dark. It is melancholic. It is just a beautiful song. I absolutely loved it. Overall, there is certainly a deep passion in this music that can only come from someone finally realizing their vision. Now, I don't know a lot about Tuomas's other projects, but I can hear the blood and the faith in this music. And it is strong music, with a variety of melodies throughout. Melodic death metal, and Finnish melodic death metal in particular, has an audible melancholy in the sound, and Wolfheart, much like my beloved Insomnium, has taken that and created something truly special. I am definitely glad I checked this band out, and this album, brand new, is a great introduction to the band. So my top 5 for the week is just a library shuffle of the 10,000 some songs I have. I couldn't really pick, so I just found 5. Receipt by Black Dahlia Murder off of Abysmal, and then going right from that into Jack's Lament by Danny Elfman off of the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack. Interesting transition. Farewell by Apocalyptica off of Apocalyptica. That's probably my favorite Apocalyptica album. My Jekyll Doesn't Hide by Ozzy Osbourne off of Osmosis. That album is so weird. And then a good one, Fools of Damnation off of Epica's album, The Divine Conspiracy. Probably one of my favorite songs from that, aside from the title track. If you've heard Wolfheart's new album or any of their other stuff, let me know what you think of the band. If you haven't, I absolutely suggest you check out Wolfheart because they are awesome, and this album itself is incredible. And that does it for this episode of Spin Cycle, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Nice work. Good job. If you like what you saw, you can just go ahead and click that subscribe button for all videos past and future. You can also head over to my website and see all the other stuff that I do, including the books I've written. So go ahead, click stuff.